It's morning, you can't really see my face, but good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of my vlog. I'm gonna try to keep this going as long as I can. But yeah, so last night I posted my first vlog, and so far it's been pretty good. I don't even have my eyes open at the moment. So far it's been pretty good. Now I have my eyes open. And I'm really excited to continue to keep doing this and share my daily life with you guys. So today I am going to go to the gym again. I'm gonna do every single morning. Goodness gracious, let's go. Let's get the day started. So it took me like a really long time to get out of bed. Like after I did that first video, I literally just kind of fell back to sleep. But I'm going to the gym right now. It's gonna be fun. Like, okay. I've just been on Twitter just having these arguments about teaching salaries and shit. Like, as a guy who teaches for a living, it's mind-boggling. Like, the way that people assume like how much teachers get paid. Teachers don't really get paid a lot unless you're like deep in the fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, not like a first-year teacher who makes on average like $50,000 a year, but like if when you're deep in the shit, like you've been there for fucking decades, and yeah, you're probably gonna make around 80,000 average, but not when you're like just starting out, or you've been in the the teaching biz for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years or something like that. Like, you're not gonna make that much money. It's like when you're deep in the shit. That's when you make money as a teacher. But yeah, like it's a weird concept that people assume, like, oh, teachers need to stop using the poverty narrative and yada yada yada. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry for cursing like that. It just it grinds my gears, for sure. That's for sure. All right. Well, we're almost at the gym. I'm gonna work out in just a little bit, and then today's just a cardio day. Like, I'm not lifting any weights today. I usually try to give myself breaks in between lifting and stuff like that. So today's kind of like a rest/cardio day. And yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will work on my shoulders. Working on my shoulders isn't that bad. So we'll see. My shoulder's still kind of a little sore from the last 2 weeks, but we'll see how far we can go. Freaking tired. Got like 10 more minutes. Let's go. So I'm over here trying to get gas, right? And then like 2 of the machines to get gas have like instructions on how to work the machines, and it is like the most complicated shit. Like, one of them said, for yes, press 1, enter. For no, press 2, enter, right? I did that shit. Did not fucking work. The machine over the machine over that I'm using right now, like, it is like it says leave your card inserted, and it just kept beeping over. Like, it was beeping for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes before it finally stopped. But holy freaking moly, man, this fucking gas station, dude, this is wild. There you go, gas is done, let's go. It's early release day. There's a bunch of kids playing right now, and that's my merch, by the way. It's early release day. There's a bunch of kids out right now. I'm just waiting for them to realize that I'm here, because they're just gonna come in here and just play around and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get myself mentally prepared that this is gonna fucking happen pretty soon. I'm just heading out to get some food now. Still like a bunch of kids came in and jammed out, but now like they're gonna go do the like study hour type of thing. So I'm gonna grab food. Like, the more and more that I think about it, it just seems easier to put all of my content on one platform rather than having to go like a million different platforms. Like, Twitch is great. Twitch's bread and butter is live streaming.
YouTube's isn't. But the fact that I can make content and just post everything on one platform rather than having to jump around to different platforms and things like that is easier. But we'll see where everything takes me.
All right, so I just finished my last lesson of the day, which is pretty fun. I enjoy, one of my favorite things to do, honestly, other than like game and stream, is being able to teach traditional music. And by that I mean like teaching youth how to read musical notation. And it's for me, it's the music literacy type of thing. And this is like, I know, different from the whole gaming thing and stuff like that, but for me, honestly, like, music literacy is like one of those most important things that I think a lot of people could learn. And like, I granted, like, it is difficult to find motivation to want to learn music and stuff like that. Like, for me, I've been doing it my entire life, so music literacy has always been a part of who I am and what I do. And I enjoy it a lot, and I love being able to share that with people, especially kids, because one of the things that I remember doing this in college during grad school, talking about how music literacy is dying. When that means knowing how to read rhythms, knowing how to read musical notations, and knowing how to actually read a musical score and things like that. Like, that art is dying because there are no real music programs in public schools anymore. Like, admittedly, like, I teach in a public school as well, virtually, and a lot of it just has to do with music production, like teaching kids how to make their own songs, mix, master, use samples to create their own beats and stuff like that. But yeah, like, it's pretty freaking wild. It's pretty wild, and I enjoy every single bit of it. All right, so I am done with my day. This is San Francisco City Hall right there. But I'm done with my day now. I'm gonna go and hang out with the missus tonight. Well, I'm also gonna stream, but that's gonna be probably way later on tonight. But yeah, pretty interesting day. Like, I got to work with some new kids, which is pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, and sorry about that, guys. I want you guys to see my commute. But I got to work with some new kids today, and it was pretty fun. So, yeah. But for the most part, like, I don't know if I consider my day interesting at all. It is definitely like, I feel like you, as a streamer, as a content creator, like, there is like another side of yourself that doesn't necessarily get to get shown. Like, you get to show what you want your audience to see, so you're never 100% being given the behind the scenes or nothing, or things like that. It's all a content creation, and being a content creator, it is definitely like putting on a show. One of the things that I used to tell myself before I started streaming, and I would do this also as I was like going out to hang out with friends and all that, because I used to be a really introverted person. I would look in the mirror, slap myself on the face, and be like, all right, it is showtime, because you have to put on an act. And I'm going to go into this like in further detail in the future, but one of the things that I had to learn about content creation was that people will gravitate towards your content no matter what it is, if you are a likable person. And I've watched like a bunch of YouTube videos and a bunch of like tips and tricks on how to grow your stream and stuff like that. And if you're like me, who is not the greatest at gaming, like, my mechanics are a little above average, just a little, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just good enough. And I'm not a pro, but one of the things that I know that helped me grow as a streamer on Twitch was the fact that I worked on my personality above all things.
I knew who I wanted to be as a streamer. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that like what you see on Twitch is fake. I'm 100% genuine, and that's where I learned that the most important thing about being a content creator is being genuine to yourself, who you are, and you're going to grow if you work on the most important thing, and that's yourself. Work on the most important thing. That's you. You are the most important thing. And they don't tell you that in any of those tips and tricks videos. Like, they talk about, like, you know, microphones and boards and like add these little things and widgets and stuff like that. That's great and all for like an hour or two of your stream. But the most important thing is you. You are the product. You are selling yourself to an audience of people, and you're trying to give them a reason to invest in you, to want to come back and spend their time with you. The most important thing is yourself. Not the overlays, not the widgets, not the cool lights in the background. It's you. You are it. Yeah. But I'm heading over to the missus' house. I have to drive 45 minutes from work because that's where she lives, 45 minutes away. So yeah, that's my little rant there. And I got my coffee. With an extra shot of espresso in it because I was falling asleep earlier. Black like my heart.